essence of yoga, because yoga has many branches, many different brands. Even now, you may know Ashtanga yoga, Vinyasa yoga, and many other beer yoga and cannabis yoga and all these crazy stuff in the modern world. But many of them are connected only with the physical practice. All of them have roots in Hatha yoga, even though you call it Vinyasa or whatever you want, but they are connected to Hatha yoga. Hatha yoga is one of the main branches that goes back thousands of years, and Hatha means like a forceful yoga. You go through the body. You first try to achieve a healthy and strong and flexible body that will allow you to be here as long as possible, so you have more time for achieving enlightenment. But the basic goal is still the same: to achieve this liberation from the suffering and to be here in the world, but a little bit of the world, to have this overview and understanding and to see the whole picture, not just a little life of this body and material stuff, but to understand another layers of existence. And Hatha yoga actually is a tantric tradition. Tantra in Western world is usually connected to sexuality and massages and this kind of stuff. It has nothing to do with that. It's our Western mind that recreated this tradition that goes back thousands of years, and it was a very important tradition, and using yoga as a technique to achieve enlightenment, but it's much wider, much broader theme. So anyone who is doing yoga these days, if you go to some studio, yoga studio, or you are practicing here, you are doing basically tantra. You are tantric, even though you don't know that. There are different branches and different pathways through yoga, because we have different tendencies and we like different stuff. Someone likes more to feel the body and reconnect with the body and then can feel something else. Some people are more thinking, so for them is jnana yoga better, because jnana means like a gnosis in Christianity. That's a study, self-study, meditation, understanding who you are, where you are coming from, getting rid of all these masks and roles, and also studying the original texts that were created in the states of expanded consciousness. It can be even a Bible, it can be Quran, it can be Vedic tradition books and texts that were created in that expanded state of consciousness. There is some kind of a truth in that, bigger than just the material world. And then you have karma yoga, you have bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga is probably the closest thing to a religion. So if people goes to a church or to mosque and they pray, they believe there is something higher than them, or they use different idols and ideas that they try to absorb in their life and personality to become better people. So that's another way how to practice yoga. Then you don't need any of this, any mat or any physical practice or even breathing or meditation. You just live your life as a service to others and to some higher purpose. You have a karma yoga. Karma yoga is to live your life as fully as possible. Every second, every minute of your life, you are fully conscious. You don't think about future, you don't think about past, you are not planning what will happen and creating scenarios of your future negative possibilities. You just live in this second, in this minute, completely fully, and then you are not creating any negative karma. Karma is cause and effect, basically. And only if you are in a full alliance with your inner purpose, with your way, what you should achieve in this life, with your inner values, you are not creating any karma. And that's the way how you can follow yoga, even though you don't do any physical practice or meditation, but you try to live as conscious as possible. And there are many other branches and possibilities how to live your life, how to practice yoga, even though you don't practice physical practice. And there is always a kind of a rules, dharma, that you live according some morality or ethics, not according to what humans or traditions developed, that your Western tradition says you do that, you can't do that. It has nothing to do with morality as we know it. It means your inner values, that you don't go against them. It's psychologically very important that you not creating the tension inside you, because otherwise you will get ill mentally or physically. So that's important for your practice, to be truthful to yourself, to your values, and all these basic structures that we use in our life. There is always connection between the practice and theory, because especially for our Western mind, I realized as I teach many people that it's not enough just to teach the practice, because people will not understand why we are doing it. If I tell you a mantra, if I do an initiation to some specific mantra for Durga, for instance, or Ganesh, or anything else, Kartik, you will not trust it. You don't know why you are doing it, why you are repeating some words, some sounds. It will not work. You need to first understand what's the purpose, why to do that, how it works with your body, how it's changing your mind, your consciousness. So that's always important, to connect theory and practice together and step by step to evolve. Probably the most important thing in any spirituality, in any way you want to achieve your fullness, is to have that desire in your heart, that you want to know who you are, why you are here. If you start asking these questions, if my purpose is just to be born and then to learn how to earn money, then I will be spending the money and then I will basically die, and this is the whole purpose of my life. Usually people start asking these questions. Why am I here? What will be there after I die? Is there any deeper purpose? Then that's the most important part on any spiritual journey or psychological journey. And yeah, what else? There are many, but important stuff is the initiation. Any of these mysterious, mythical traditions, even if we go to an ancient Egypt or Kabbalah, or even shamanism, you always need to have some kind of a guide, and these people will give you an initiation into the tradition. They will give you the right practice in the right time, and it will be just for you, because your teacher can see you better than you can see yourself, where you are. And some of these methods and techniques will guide you to become a very powerful human being, because you will achieve these, it's called siddhis, like not average, supernatural abilities. For people, for normal people, it can see like supernatural, because you will see a little bit better than anyone else. You will feel other people's emotions. You will be able to hear what they think. For instance, you will see energy, you can see aura, you can see where the people have the troubles in their body, in their energy structures. And it gives you a unique possibility, if you misuse it, to hurt people, to manipulate people. So you need to be initiated in the right time, and you need to, together with that, to achieve also the wisdom, not just the powers. Yeah, because if you have just the power without wisdom, it's dangerous. And if you have intelligence and wisdom without power, it's inefficient. You can't do anything. You can be the most intelligent person in the world, but if you have no power to make your dreams into reality, it makes no difference. So there is a way of initiation. That's why we are with Christina, part of basically two lineages, tantric lineages that goes back uninterrupted lineages to Vedic era. So at least 6,000-7,000 years. Teacher and student, and people before us who developed the whole system that goes back, probably more than 10,000 years. Because yoga has its roots in shamanism. There are some branches of yoga that still have these external rituals that are very close to original shamanism and shamanic rituals. And through the practice, through the meditation, even though it can seem to be some basic following of the breath or meditation on some sound, mantra, sending your attention to some parts of the body. Through this, if you repeat it for some specific period, you are changing your consciousness. You are creating new connections in your neural network. And we already have thousands of meta studies how the meditation, kriya techniques, mudras, bandhas, how they are helping to change your perception, the way you see the world, the happiness in your life, how the chemistry in your body is changed. And through that you are changing your consciousness, you are expanding the consciousness step by step, and then you can achieve even these states of higher consciousness, like through the holotropic breathing or through these drugs. But you can do it by yourself through the meditation. You don't need to take any substances.